some definition of a polynomial and what is the term, what is meant by coefficient, what is the constant term, that and all we have discussed, right? So just you write that some the definitions of polynomial, definitions of a polynomial. Just write down. Polynomial. Okay. Let x be a variable, x be a variable, and a1 comma a2 comma a3 and so on up to an are real numbers. An are real numbers. Then f of x is equal to an x power n plus an minus 1 x power n minus 1 plus an minus 2 x power n minus 2 and so on up to a1 x plus a naught. A1 x plus a naught is called a polynomial. It's called a polynomial in variable x. It's called a polynomial in variable x. Let's note on this definition of the polynomial. So this a1, a2, a3 up to a, and these are all real numbers. These are all real numbers of the polynomial. Example, f of x is equal to 2x square plus 3x minus 5. G of x is equal to 7y square minus 22y plus 9, etc. Okay. Let's note down. Here an x power n, an minus x power n minus 1, an minus 2 x power n minus 2, a1 x a naught. These are all called terms of the polynomial f of x. Okay, write down that is also here an x power n comma an minus 1 x power n minus 1 comma an minus 2 x power n minus 2 and so on comma a1x comma a naught are called terms of polynomial f of x. These are called terms of the polynomial. These are called terms of the polynomial. Completed?
Yes.
Yeah. So next continuation. An comma an minus 1 comma an minus 2 and so on up to a1 comma a naught are their coefficients. or their coefficients. Okay. Next point. The coefficient of highest degree term. The coefficient of highest degree term. Highest degree term. That means AN is called leading coefficient. Is called leading coefficient. So here AN is the leading coefficient. And what about that A naught and the term A naught is the constant term. This is constant term. Okay. Constant term. So what is meant by degree of the polynomial? Degree is nothing but
highest degree.
highest degree term. The degree of a polynomial is equal to its highest degree of its highest degree term. Okay, so write that one also. The degree of a polynomial. The degree of a polynomial is the degree of the highest degree term. Degree of the highest degree term. Example, f of x is equal to 7x to the power 9 minus 2x cube plus 5x square plus 2. Yeah, what is its degree?
9.
Its
9.
9. Its degree is 9. Okay. So based on the degree, we have different types of polynomial. So if the degree of a polynomial is 1, that polynomial is
Monomial.
called linear degree polynomial or linear polynomial.
Quadratic.
The degree is 2, that polynomial we call it quadratic polynomial. If the degree is 3, that is
Cubic.
called as cubic polynomial.
Cubic.
Degree is
4 by quadratic.
Degree
4
for
by
biquadratic.
quadratic polynomial. So we have up to that some names. Okay. Shall we write the definitions? Linear degree polynomial, quadratic polynomial, and cubic, finally biquadratic polynomial. Just write down. If the degree of a polynomial is 1, if the degree of a polynomial is 1, then it is called linear polynomial. Okay, linear polynomial. Example, x plus 7 degree is 1. It is a linear polynomial. Let us equate it is equal to f of x. Next, g of y is equal to 7y. It is also a linear polynomial, but how many number of terms here we have? 7y. Only one term.
Only one.
Okay, it may be either one term or it may be two terms. Both are possible. Okay, don't decide it by the number of terms. It is linear or quadratic based on the degree. Okay, in general, a linear polynomial is f of x is equal to ax plus b. In general form of the linear degree polynomial is f of x is equal to ax plus b, where a not equal to 0. A not equal to 0. If a equal to 0, what happens?
Zero.
If a equal to 0, it will become a constant. That means only b. F of x is equal to b. That is not a linear polynomial. That's why coefficient of x term should not be 0. A is not equal to 0. Okay. Second one. If the degree of a polynomial, the degree of a polynomial is 2, then it is called quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. Example, f of x is equal to 7x square minus 2x plus 3. And next example, g of x is equal to 2x square plus 7. One more example, h of x is equal to 9x square. Okay, is that all are quadratic polynomials or not? Don't you see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, they all
Yes, sir.
are quadratic polynomials, but first one have 3 terms, second one have 2 terms, third example have only single term. Okay, na? Even it has a single term also, it is a quadratic polynomial. Why? Because its degree is 2. Okay? In general, a quadratic polynomial can be written as f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0. Here also the coefficient of x square is not equal to 0. Okay, na? Not on this.
You are muted. Sound kana?
Yes, please mute that. Completed, Ra?
1 minute, sir.
Okay. The next cubic polynomial, right, Vatsal? Cubic polynomial.
If the
Degree of a polynomial
is 3, then it is a cubic polynomial.
3, then it is a cubic polynomial. Then it is called cubic polynomial. It is called cubic polynomial. Example, f of x is equal to 5x cube minus 2x square plus 7x plus 2. It is example of cubic polynomial. One more example, g of y is equal to 9y cube plus 7y minus 3. It is also an example of cubic polynomial. And h of z is equal to simply z cube. It is also an example of cubic polynomial. Okay, so it may contain either 4 terms or 3 terms or 2 terms or single term. Anything may be possible, but the degree should be 3. Okay, so in general, a cubic polynomial a cubic polynomial can be written as f of x is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a not equal to 0.
Sir, one doubt,
Where
sir.
a not equal to 0. Yeah, tell me.
Sir,
Tell
in
me.
quadratic polynomial, we can write 7x square plus 8x square. We can write, sir.
7x square plus,
Plus
tell me,
8x. Sir, 7x square plus 8x square.
plus 8x. Yes, it is also a quadratic polynomial.
Yes, sir.
Degree 2.
Yes, sir.
So it is a
8x
quadratic
square,
polynomial.
sir. 8x square.
8x square.
Ah,
So
yes.
7x square plus 8x square,
Ah, yes, sir.
15x square. Yes, it is
Ah,
a
yes, sir.
quadratic polynomial.
Yes, sir.
Same like for biquadratic polynomial. If
The degree
the
of a polynomial is 4.
degree of a polynomial is 4, then it is called biquadratic polynomial. Biquadratic polynomial. Okay. Example: f of x is equal to 9x power 4 plus 7x cube minus 5x square plus 3x minus 1. Okay, like etc. we can write. One example I am writing. So in general, it can be written as, a biquadratic polynomial is denoted by f of x is equal to ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e, where a not equal to 0. A not equal to 0. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, if degree is 1, linear polynomial. Degree is 2, quadratic. If degree is 3, cubic polynomial. Degree is 4, biquadratic. What about if the degree is 0? If the degree is 0,
1.
degree is 0. What is its name of the polynomial? The degree of
Zero
the polynomial
polynomial.
is 0, then it is called.
Zero polynomial.
I'm telling about the degree is 0, not the polynomial itself 0. I'm telling about
Constant
the degree of
polynomial.
the polynomial. Yeah, tell me constant polynomial. Okay. So if the degree of a polynomial is 0, then it is called constant polynomial. It is called constant polynomial. Okay, constant polynomial. Example: f of x is equal to 3. F of x is equal to 3. Okay, so what is its degree? I can write this as 3 into x power 0. So degree is 0. Okay, now another example: g of y is equal to 7 or minus 7, whatever it is. H of x is equal to minus 2 by 3. It is also etc. Okay. So in general, a constant polynomial can be written as f of x is equal to k, where k is any real number. K is a real number. K is a real number or a constant simply. That's why it is a constant polynomial. Okay, na? And if f of x is equal to 0, what about this 0 is what? It is a constant. It is a constant. If f of x is equal to 0, now tell me the degree. The degree of the polynomial f of x is equal to 0 is, tell me, the degree of polynomial is not defined, because f of x is equal to 0 can be write as f of x is equal to 0 into x square, comma, f of x is equal to 0 into x power 100, etc. Okay, na? So I can write this 0 as many number of possibilities, many number of ways, so that its degree is not a fixed value. That's why it is not defined. This is called zero polynomial. Okay, zero polynomial. At last, right? It is called zero polynomial. Of course, it is also a constant polynomial, but in this constant polynomial, this one is a separate case. Zero polynomial. Zero polynomial is nothing but a constant polynomial. F of x is equal to 0. That is called as a zero polynomial. Zero polynomial. Completed. Shall I erase this? So this is about the different types of polynomial. Next, what is meant by value of the polynomial? Value of the polynomial. Okay, value of the polynomial. Next definition. Just listen. Listen first. Suppose I have a polynomial f of x. First listen here. I have a polynomial f of x. Then the value of the polynomial f of x at x is equal to alpha. I want to find out the value of the polynomial f of x at x is equal to alpha. For that, we have to replace x with alpha. We have to replace or substitute x equal to alpha in the given polynomial f of x. Okay, and it is denoted by f of alpha. The value of polynomial at x is equal to alpha is equal to f of alpha. Example, f of x is equal to 2x plus 7. It is a linear polynomial. Now I want to find out the value of the polynomial f of x at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0, then it is denoted by f of 0 is equal to. So what we have to do? We have to substitute x equal to 0 in the given polynomial. That means 2 into 0 plus 7. This is equal to 7. So f of 0 is equal to 7. The meaning of this is f of 0 equal to 7 is the value of f of x at x is equal to 0 is equal to 7. The value of f of x at x is equal to 0 is equal to 7. Same way, one more example. G of x is equal to 2x square minus 2x plus 3. G of x is equal to 2x square minus 2x plus 3. Now I want to find out the value of this polynomial at x is equal to 1. That is denoted by g of 1. So we have to substitute x is equal to 1. That's all. Then 2 into 1
3.
whole square minus 2 into 1 plus 3. So plus 2 minus 2 plus 3. Plus 2 minus 2 cancel. Answer is 3. So g of 1 is equal to 3. That means the value of the polynomial at x is equal to 1 is equal to 3. Okay. So write down the definition of value of a polynomial. The value of a polynomial f of x. The value of a polynomial f of x at x is equal to alpha. The value of a polynomial f of x at x is equal to alpha is obtained by substituting x equal to alpha in f of x. By substituting x equal to alpha in f of x, and it is denoted by f of alpha. F of alpha. Example, f of x is equal to 3x minus 7. Okay. Then the value of f of x at x is equal to 0 is f of 0 is equal to 3 into 0 minus 7. Finally, f of 0 is equal to minus 7. F of 0 is equal to minus 7. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. If the value of any polynomial is equal to 0, if the value of any polynomial is equal to 0 at some particular value of x, then the value of x is called 0 of the polynomial. Is it clear? Suppose I have a polynomial f
Yes,
of
sir.
x is equal to 3x square minus 3. I have a polynomial f of x is equal to 3x square minus 3. Now, what is the value of f of x at x is equal to 1? Just to verify. That means f of 1 is equal to 3 into 1 whole square minus 3.
0, sir.
So 3 minus 3, this is equal to 0.
Sir,
The
0.
value of the given polynomial is equal to 0.
One is 0 of
Is
the
equal to
polynomial.
0 at x is equal to 1. At x equal to 1, f of x is equal to 0. Therefore, x equal to 1 is called 0 of the polynomial or root of the polynomial or root of the polynomial. Sometimes you can also call it as solution of that solution also. But solution will consider if it is equation. Because this is not equation, it is an expression only. So we won't use this word solution. Generally, we'll call a 0 of the polynomial or sometimes root of the polynomial. Is it clear? What is meant by 0 of the polynomial? Just write
Yes,
on the
sir.
definition. Write that as 0 of polynomial. 0 of polynomial. Right on? The value of x, the value of x, nothing but variable. The value of x at which the given polynomial f of x is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. The given polynomial f of x is equal to 0 is called 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial or root of the polynomial. Root of the polynomial. Example, f of x is equal to 2x minus 2. 2x minus 2. So at x equal to 1, f of 1 is equal to, or f of x is equal to 0. At x equal to 1, f of x is equal to 0. 2 into 1 minus 2, it will be 0. Okay na? So x equal to 1 is the 0 of the polynomial. Is the 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial. Okay. 0 of the polynomial. Next, or root of the polynomial. Anyway, we can use both the terms. Complete this. Generally, how we'll find the zeros of any polynomial means by solving that equation, we'll find the zeros of any polynomial. Solving is nothing but by taking equal to 0, we'll solve. By taking equal to 0 for any polynomial and we'll solve that equation, we'll get the values of variable, nothing but x, where the polynomial is going to be 0. Example, suppose I have a polynomial f of x is equal to, let's see here, f of x is equal to x square plus 5x plus 6. X square plus 5x plus 6. I have quadratic polynomial. Now I want to find out the zeros of this polynomial. Zeros of this polynomial, nothing but the values of x where it is going to be equal to 0. So to find the zeros of the polynomial, we have to equate given polynomial to 0. We have to equate the given polynomial to 0 and solve this equation now because it is equal to 0. When once we have equal to sign is there, that is called equation, not an expression. So x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So how to find the zeros means, first we have to factorize the given polynomial. First we have to factorize the given polynomial. I think you might have already know splitting the middle term. How to split this middle term? X square plus product is 6. Product is 6. So two numbers whose product is 6 and sum is plus 5. Sum is plus 5, product is 6. So tell me 2 and 3 na. So 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. So from the first two term we can take x common. So x plus 2 plus here also 3 common. Again x plus 2 equal to 0. Then x plus 2 into x plus 3 equal to 0. The product of two terms equal to 0. Either first term x plus 2 equal to 0 or second term is equal to 0. Then only product will be 0. So x equal to minus 2 or minus 3. X is equal to minus 2 or minus 3. So when x is equal to minus 2, f of x is equal to 0. When x is equal to minus 3, f of x is equal to 0. That's why the values x equal to minus 2 and minus 3 are the zeros of f of x. These are the zeros of f of x. So what is the procedure to find the zeros of f of x is first equate the given polynomial to 0 and then you factorize that equation, then you find the zeros. Or this process is completely called as solving. You can have to solve. We have to solve for x. We have to solve for x to get the zeros of a polynomial. Of course, we have another method, that is a trial and error method. Trial and error. That means plus or minus 1 or plus or minus 2 plus or minus 3, like that verify. Put x is equal to 1, x equal to minus 1, x is equal to 2, x is equal to minus 2. Like that we have to verify. But it is a lengthy process. At some point we'll get the 0, but we can't find exactly what is that answer. So suppose if we are getting this polynomial value is going to be 0 at x is equal to 100 means from 1 to 100 we can't verify. That is difficult process. So trial and error method is difficult process. So that solving method is very easy. Okay. Just write down to find zeros of any polynomial. To find the zeros of any polynomial. To find the zeros of any polynomial, first equate the given polynomial to 0. First equate the given polynomial to 0. First equate the given polynomial to 0 and then solve the above equation. Solve the above equation for x. And then solve the above equation for x. Solve the above equation for x. Okay. So that solving we can use by factorization method. Can use by factorization method. Okay.
One more time repeat.
First equate the given polynomial to 0. First equate the given polynomial to 0. And then solve the above equation for x. And then solve the above equation for x. And then solve the above equation for x. Above equation for x. Okay. Example, take down this example, same problem. F of x is equal to x square plus 5x plus 6. X square plus 5x plus 6. Try to solve this one. First equate to 0. That means f of x is equal to 0. Then we'll get x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now we got an equation. So solve this equation by splitting the middle term. So x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. Then x into x plus 2 plus 3 into x plus 2 equal to 0. So x plus 2 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. That is x plus 2 equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to minus 2 or minus 3 are the zeros of f of x. These are the zeros of f of x. Okay. Yeah, once you observe this equation, polynomial f of x is equal to x square plus 5x plus 6. What are the zeros we got? One is -2, another one is
minus
-3.
3.
Yeah. Now, what about this? Is this integers or not? -2 and -3 are integers.
Yes.
That means these are integer roots. Integer roots. And one more thing, observe this polynomial f of x is equal to x square plus 5x plus 6. What is the coefficient of x square here? Coefficient of x square is 1. Nothing is there means 1. And also coefficient of x is what? 5. Constant term 6. That means all an, sorry, this let us consider this is a, b, c. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5, c is equal to 6. That means all are integers. All are integers. Sometimes maybe negative terms, maybe negative integers also possible. So all the coefficients are integers. All the coefficients are integers, and that too leading coefficient is 1. Leading coefficient is 1. So in that case, the root of the given polynomial, are integers. Okay, na? So if any polynomial has leading coefficient is 1, and other coefficients are also integers, then the integer roots, that means -2 and -3, the integer roots of the given polynomial should be factors of constant term. Now once you observe, -2 is a factor of 6 or not? -2. You can divide 6 with -2. And also -3 is a factor now. 6. 3 factor of 6 only. Okay. So for any polynomial, if the leading coefficient is 1, and other coefficients are all integers, then any integer root of f of x, should be factor of the constant term. Suppose I am taking one more example just to verify. F of x is equal to x cube plus 2x square minus 11x minus 12. Yeah, it is a cubic polynomial. Now, if this polynomial if it has any integer root, I'm just telling about, if it has any integer root, then definitely that should be the factor of -12. If it has any integer root, definitely that should be the factor of -12. So you just verify the value x is equal to 3. You just verify in this. X is equal to 3 in the polynomial f of x. What is the value of f of x? Tell me. What is the value of f of x?
Zero, sir.
Yeah, 0. That means x equal to 3 is a root of the polynomial or 0 of the polynomial. So finally what I want to say, if any polynomial with leading coefficient is 1, and all other coefficients are integers, then any integer root of that particular polynomial will be factor of the constant term. Here also 3 is a factor of 12, factor of the constant term. Is it clear? So any integer root should be factor of the constant term. Okay, so write that point. Write the next note point. One note point you write. One note point. This one is integral root theorem. This is we call integral root theorem. Write down. Integral root theorem. Write down. If f of x be any polynomial, any polynomial Any polynomial with integral coefficients. With integral coefficients. Integral coefficient means coefficients are integers. Integral coefficients and leading coefficient is 1. Leading coefficient is 1 and leading coefficient is 1. Then any integer root, any integer root of f of x, any integer root of f of x is factor of constant term, is factor of constant term, is factor of constant term. Okay, just write down. Okay,
1 minute, sir.
yeah, copy this.
Next class also Max, sir.
Tell me.
The next class also Max, sir.
Next class chemistry, Nara.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I think already time 9:50. Okay. So complete this.
Completed,
So
sir.
tomorrow, yeah, completed. Then tomorrow we'll discuss that rational root theorem. Okay, na?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
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 Ray. Today I'll send one worksheet based on the number system. Okay, you solve that. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Sir.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Sir, not came up to now, sir.
Not came. Wait. We'll wait. Then I can assign and leave. Then what about this reminder theorem, factor theorem, everything completed?
No, the theorem will incomplete.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Completed, sir.
completed. Okay. So I'll just briefly give some explanation regarding to reminder theorem and factor theorem, and we'll start the objective question. Just a few examples for each concept, 1 or 2 problems, and finally we'll solve all the objectives regarding to this. Okay. Just to answer this one question, a simple question. F of x is equal to 0 is a polynomial. Then the degree of f of x equal to 0 is option A 0, option B
Undefined.
100, option C
Undefined, sir.
1000, option D not defined.
Sir, not
What is the
defined.
answer?
Not defined, sir.
Not
Not
defined.
defined.
Not defined. Most of them will select A 0. They will select. Not defined is the correct answer. So 0 is
Sir,
wrong.
you can take 0 x power square, x power 100, x power 1000.
That's why many possibilities are there, so that it is not particularly 0, it is not particularly 100 or 1000. Correct answer
Yes,
is
sir. Sir, if they give f of x equal to 4x square and f of x equal to 0, then we can say power as 2, sir.
yeah. F of x is equal to 4x.
Sir, 4x squared, sir. And
Yeah,
f of
4x
x also
squared.
equal to 0, sir. Then
F of x is also equal to 0. How it is possible, man?
sir, f of
When
x
it
equal
is
to
0,
0.
if x is equal to 0, if x is equal to 0, f of x is 0.
Sir, then the power is 2 only, sir.
Yeah, here power is 2, degree is
Yes,
2,
sir.
that's why. Degree
Yes,
is
sir.
2, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, Ellie. Okay, next one. I have a polynomial f of x is equal to 3x plus 2. Then tell me what is the zero of this polynomial. F of x is
Minus
equal
1.
to 3x minus
Minus
1.
2 by 3. Minus 2 by
Minus?
3.
Yeah, minus 2 by 3. 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to minus
Minus
2 by 3. Minus 1. So how many zeros existed for f of x? How many zeros possible?
Only 1.
How many?
Minus 2 by
Only 1 zero.
One.
Only 1 zero. Only 1 zero. Next, just now we have solved f of x is equal to x square plus 5x plus 6. Here how many zeros we have? We got
2.
x equal to
Two,
minus
sir.
2 or x is equal to minus
Minus
3.
3.
So two zeros are there. 2 zeros are there. So first one is a linear polynomial. That was which I was considered 3x plus 2. It is a linear polynomial. So only 1 zero existed. Only
Oh,
1
it's a
zero. Yeah, this one quadratic
quadratic
polynomial.
term.
Quadratic polynomial.
So maximum 2
Two.
zeros existed. Maximum 2 zeros. One more polynomial I am giving. F of x is equal to
Polynomial.
x square plus 2x plus 1. X square plus 2x plus 1. Now tell me how many zeros will exist here? I think this I can write as x minus 1 whole square, or x plus 1 whole square. So that means the zero is x is equal to minus 1.
Plus 1.
Correct? X equal to minus 1. So maximum here how many zeros existed? Only 1 zero. Only 1 zero existed. Here also quadratic polynomial, but two different zeros existed. Here only 1 zero existed. So that's why what I want to say, for a polynomial of degree n, it can have maximum n zeros. The degree n means it can have maximum n zeros. More than that is not possible. Okay, it may have less than n also. It may have less than n also. Okay, but maximum is n. Clear? Number of zeros is equal to its degree. Maximum is equal to its degree. Right? Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss. Huh?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good morning, everyone.
Thank you,
Good morning,
sir.
sir.
Good morning,
Happy
sir.
morning, sir.
Good morning. Right.
Happy
Take a
morning,
break. Happy morning. Right. Take a break and come at 10:05. Hi, sir.
సార్ నిన్న విజయ్ సార్ కాల్ చేసింది సార్.
Okay, sir.
ఆయన ఉండకపోవచ్చు, మోస్ట్లీ అక్కడే ఉండాల్సి ఉంటుందేమో మీరు అని అన్నాడు.
నేను సాయిరామ్ సార్ ని ఇందాక కాల్ చేసి కనుక్కున్నాను సార్.
ఏమన్నారు సార్?
సార్ అన్నారు అంటే ఇంకా టైం పడుతుంది,
అదే అదే
కంగారేం లేదు, స్లోగా రండి అని చెప్పారు. ఆల్రెడీ గౌరీనాథన్ సార్ చెప్పారండి.
అయితే పర్వాలేదు.
అంటే మేము ఇలా ఎక్కడి నుంచి రావాలి కదా కలిసి, అది
అదేలేండి.
15th వరకు ఏం లేదు, ఆ తర్వాత చూద్దాం ఏంటి
ఆ తర్వాత డిసైడ్ అవుతుంది.
అదే యాక్చువల్ గా సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ కూడా 15th వరకు ఇచ్చింది కదా నిన్న.
అదేలే నిన్న ఇచ్చింది, అనౌన్స్ చేసింది.
అదే సార్.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే సార్. బై సార్.
ఓకే రైట్.
morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Who is that? Too lazy?
Harshita, sir.
What, Arshita? Too lazy? What happened?
Nothing, sir.
Didn't sleep properly.
Just now woke up, sir.
Sir, me too, sir. Want to cricket IPL, sir.
Just now. So you
sir.
didn't attend for maths class?
No, sir.
No, last night.
Sorry?
Night I saw, sir.
Arshita, no, Arshita.
Sir,
You didn't attend for maths class? Okay. Okay, let it be. Sleep early, yeah. Night, then you can wake up early.
After Big Boss sleeping only, sir. IPL.
That's what you are saying, Big Boss. I know very well.
Sir, your video could also not spotlight.
Sorry.
Sir, your video not spotlight.
Yeah. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'll make you as a co-host. After that, you can do that. Okay. Just once go through with previously what we discussed, and I gave, I think so, 2 to 3
Some, sir.
problems.
Yes, sir. Steering and steering.
Right. Just complete that.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Naresh Krishna.
Sir,
I make you as a co-host. Just spotlight my video. It is there. Yeah. Thank you. Because we don't know in Zoom app now, it is not showing that spotlight video by ourselves.
yes, sir. 1 week also. The new
Yeah.
update.
Any co-host should be there. Then only co-host or host, another host should be there. Another 5 minutes. Wait fast. Sharon Karthik. Sharon, are you attended for Monday's class or not? Sorry, not Monday, Tuesday, I think so.
Yes, sir.
Did you attended?
So no, sir, 20 minutes I can't attend, sir. Network problem.
Okay. After that, did you understand what we discussed on Tuesday? Screening effect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have books, sir. I attended, sir.
Sorry.
So I have books, sir. Screening effect, sir.
Oh, which book?
Sir, sixth I studied about that, sir. Chaitanya, sir. That I understood, sir.
Oh, okay. So you are in foundation from 6th class onwards. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But did you understand why it is coming like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I gave some problems also. Did you finish it? All right. Nana, everyone come to the class. Where you are there, just come to the class. I think somebody is seeing TV or something also. A breakfast, having breakfast. Or
Sir, ask everybody to start meeting, sir.
Better. That is correct. Very good idea. Everyone start video on, sir. Whether you are there in front of the mobile phone or laptop or not. Do it fast. I want to see everyone, whether you are there in front of that or not. Later you can switch
You
off.
request to everyone.
That is not a problem. But don't go anywhere, okay? Varshida, are you there? Okay, Aarti. Right. Next. Varshida, are you there or not? Mitrashri, Netra, switch on the videos. Ridhivika, Nandana. Hello, are you there or not? Right, okay. Maximum everybody they can. Right, remaining they will join, I think so. Right. So, day before yesterday, we discussed about what is meant by screening effect. I think so. You may understand what is meant by screening effect. Why the screening effect will come, Nana? Due to the inner electrons present in an atom. So, each and every electron will feel some of the attraction forces when it is arranged in a particular order around the atom. So, if you want to find the screening effect for outermost electron, means how much energy is showing by nucleus on the outermost electron, we want to find by using a screening effect, by using that. Actually, inner electrons always screens the nuclear attraction forces on outermost electrons. So, we found that. I think so. You may understand that example also. If I am a nucleus and you are there in different benches, I can't able to touch the third bench rows, the third row. Is it correct? So that is one of the thing. And I gave some problems also. Before going to that, I need few of answers for few of the questions. Right. A screening effect is showing with which symbol? The symbol of screening effect.
Omega.
Omega. From where it is taken? Screening effect. How we will show? What is the symbol for screening effect? Hello. What is the screening symbol for screening effect? I gave in the notes. It is indicated with. It is indicated with Sorry,
Inject.
sir. Forgot. What is this symbol, Nana? What is that symbol? Sigma. We are showing the screening effect with sigma. Right? Generally, if the electron is entering into S and P shells or P orbits, then what is the values for nth shell?
0.35.
0.35. Very good. And what is the value for n minus 1 shell?
0.85.
0.85. And what is the value for n minus 2?
1.
1. N minus 3 also?
Sir, 1.
1. All will be 1. If the electron is entering into D and F block, outermost electron, then what is the nth shell value?
0.35.
0.35.
0.35. And what about n minus 1?
Sir,
1.
0.35.
1.
1, sir. 1.
1. And n minus 2 also?
1.
1.
1. N minus 3?
1.
1.
Yeah, 1.
All will be 1 only.
One
Only one
only.
value will be there, sir. Right. Next, I gave few of the questions. What is the first question?
3D.
What is the first? Find the screening effect for which electron?
3D2.
3D2 in manganese.
No, 3D2 in manganese. Did you found? How much value you got? Sir, why you are giving these questions? What is the use, sir, like that? Somebody is thinking.
20.35, sir.
20.35.
20.35.
Okay, just we will see once we will discuss that. I gave an element that is manganese. Manganese atomic number?
25.
25, sir.
25, very good. Right. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6,
4h2, 3d5.
4s2, 3d5. And for our convenience, we are writing this one in another order. That is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, and 3d5 and 4s. But which electron I asked?
3D2.
3d?
2.
3d2. So 3d2 is there here. So no need to consider 4s2. Leave it. Next, 3d2 electron I said. So another 3 electrons, not 3, another 4 electrons, no need to consider. 3d2 is nothing but second electron. We are finding for second electron. So that second electron also no need to consider. Right. Now find the screening effect for this. Sigma is equal to. Now it is an nth shell. These all will be n minus 1 shell. And this is n minus 2. And this is n minus 3. Now write the values. 2 into 1 plus this is 8 into 1. Is it correct or not? Check once.
Yes,
N minus 2 value. And this is 8 into what is the value? 8
0.
into what is the value?
1, sir.
0.8.
1 only. Why? Because the valence electron is entering into D shell. Right. Next one. This is what is the value I have to write here? 1 into. Why? Because we have to consider screening effect for this one. This electron. So only one electron is there. 1 into what is the value? 0.35. Now just count it. How much will come? 2 plus 8 plus 8 plus 0.35. So 18.35 will come. Somebody gave 20 point something. Somebody gave 20 point something. I think so. Check once. This is 18.35. Next, similarly, one more question I gave. What is the answer? One more question I gave. Naresh Krishna getting bored. Naresh Krishna
So
getting
2p4
bored.
in chlorine.
2p4 in chlorine. 2p4 in chlorine. Chlorine atomic number 17. Right, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now I am asking about the screening effect for 2p4 electron. So this 3s and 3p is no need to consider.
But S and P only we use, sir. SP.
Sorry, sir. What, sir?
Sir, S and P we can use.
S and P. These 3s and 3p no need to consider.
And
This-
fourth electron.
right. Now check once. Which electron I asked, Nana? 2p? 4.
4.
Out of these 6, we no need to count about 3 electrons. Is it correct or not?
Sir, 2, sir.
Why? Because
2, sir.
fourth electron. Check once. The fourth electron I
Valence
want to count
electron,
for
sir.
fourth electron.
Valence.
Fourth electron. So this electron is feeling screening effect. So no need to consider these 3 electrons. Leave it. Now 3 electrons is there inside. Now check once valence electron is entering into which shell? Generally, valence electron.
Sir, P, sir.
P shell.
P,
P
sir.
only, na? S and P means what is the values?
Sir, 0.35.
0.3 like that. Okay.
Sir,
Now
2
see
into-
once. Now see once. This is 2p6 is a nth shell, and 2s is n-1, and 1s is n-2. Now write the sigma value. Sigma is equal to 2 into 1
1 plus
plus 2 into n-1 value
0.85
0.85.
0.85 plus
plus
3 into
3 into 0.
0.35.
0.35. Now count it. 2 plus
4.7.
Sir,
1.7 plus 0.7. Is it?
Sir, 9.
Sorry. What? Wait.
Answer is
'Sir,
4.75.
95, sir. 0.95, sir.
0.9.
1.5.
0.9. Now check once.
Sir, no, sir. 1.0.
No.
1.0.
1.05 second.
1.0. Now count it. How much will come? 4.75
5.7.
will come. Check once.
Yes, sir.
4.7. This is how we will calculate the screening effect for which they will ask like that. Means like a 2p5 electron or 2p4 electron or 3d2 electron like that. If they ask like that, then we have to find like this. Are you able to understand? Any doubts is there?
Yes, sir.
Lakshmi Krishnan, are you able to understand?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, right. So this is how they will ask the question, and remaining 2 I gave direct questions, so you have to find for last electron only. That's all. Right. Next we'll go through with one more. In this only another thing is there. Before going to that, how the screening effect will be varies in groups and periods. We will discuss that. After that we will go through with remaining. If those who didn't wrote, just copy this one. If you finish it, then intimate once. Right. Can I rub?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
see
Yes,
one.
sir.
The screening effect or the screening constant values will be increases as atomic number increases. In your groups and periods also, if atomic number is increasing, then automatically the screening effect also will be increases. Just write that point. The screening effect will be increases as atomic number increases. As atomic number increases in groups and periods. The screening effect will be increases as atomic number increases in groups and periods. In case of S and P block elements, in case of S and P block elements, D and F block elements cannot show the proper order for screening effect. Okay. In case of S and P block elements, the screening effect increases as atomic number increases in groups and periods. Note, in D and F block elements, in D and F block elements, the screening effect may varies. The screening effect may varies. Why it is varying? Because of inertials and everything. Okay, because the increasing in the atomic size also will be not in proper order. So that's why increase and decrease of atomic size is not in proper order. That's why in D and F block we can't able to show the screening effect properly. Right, this is about the screening effect. Now we'll go through with another, that is effective nuclear charge. Effective nuclear charge means what? Actually, the screening effect values of an electron exposure experiences means outer electron will be there, right? See once. This is the nucleus. From the nucleus, the electron, outermost electron will get some less attraction forces. Is it correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how much nuclear attraction forces is decreased on this electron, we are calling like a effective nuclear charge. The decrease in attraction forces of nucleus on outermost electron is called effective nuclear charge. Effective nuclear charge. Previously in screening effect, we found how much energy is screened by these inner electrons. We found that. But effective nuclear charge is nothing but on this outer electron, how much nuclear charge is decreasing. You are finding that. Are you able to understand the difference? In the previous, screening effect is nothing but inner electrons, how much it is restricting the nuclear attraction.
Opposite.
Opposite. You find that. And in this effective nuclear charge, what you will find on this electron, how much attraction forces is decreased. That's what you are finding. Okay, right. So that is we are calling like a nuclear effective nuclear charge. Generally, we are showing this one with Z effective, EFF or Z star. You will write Z star, Z effective
Screening
or
effect
Z.
is for electron and this new effective nuclear charge is for nucleus.
Screening effect is nothing but inner electrons, how much energy it is screens.
Yes.
And effective nuclear charge is nothing but how much attraction force is reduced on this electron.
And balance
Are you getting?
electron to the nucleus, sir.
From the nucleus, how much energy is reduced on this electron. Are you getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Doubt? Any doubt is there?
No.
Quite reverse. Previous one and this one, quite reverse. Previous one we found inner electrons, how much energy it is restricting. And now we are finding about how much energy it is decreased from the nucleus on this outermost electron. Okay. Generally, we are finding a screening effect, that is Z effective. There is a formula. Z effective is equal to Z minus sigma, where Z is nothing but atomic number. Z atomic number, and sigma is nothing but screening constant. Screening effect or screening constant value. So that's why we discussed first screening effect. Now we are giving a effective nuclear charge. Okay, this is generally we are writing effective nuclear charge. Just keep a side heading, effective nuclear charge. Effective nuclear charge. So how we will find these and everything, we will go through with some example, then you will understand. These all will be very important, this screening effect and effective nuclear charge. Based on this, they are asking questions also. In mains also, but not now, in 2005, 2011, 2009, like that. At that time, they asked the questions on this. Okay, and NEET exam mainly up to 2000. NEET is nothing but in your state wise they will keep medical exams. Did you know?
Yes,
For
sir.
example, Andhra means MSET. MSET medical will be there. MSET engineering will be there. And similarly, you went to a Karnataka, KSET will be there. And Tamil Nadu, I think TNSET or something is there. Right? So in that exams they ask about this. And
Sir, your video is stuck. Sir.
Yes, sir, Yuvraj.
Sir, your video is stuck.
And it is black, sir.
Rajesh Krishna, spotlight my video.
Sir, spotlight.
Okay, thank you. See, once actually, the based on this, they asked the questions in previous medical exams and all MSET exams. MSET means engineering exams like that. State-wise, they will keep the exams. For example, Andhra means MSET. MSET medical will be there. MSET engineering will be there. And Karnataka means KSET. KSET medical will be there. KSET engineering will be there. Like that. Okay. In that exams also they ask. Okay. Right. In Tamil Nadu, I think TNSET. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. In that exams they ask mainly. So this is we'll find by using some examples, then you will understand. For example, find the screening effect for lithium. Find the screening effect for lithium. What is the atomic number of lithium? 3
Three,
only,
sir.
na? Right. 1s2 and 2s1. I want to find the screening effect for this. Okay. First sigma value you have to find. After that, we will go through with effective nuclear charge. Sigma is equal to the valence electron is entering into S shell. Then what is the value? 2 into? Hello? 2 into?
0.35.
0.35. How much will come?
Sir,
0.7. 0.70 only, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. And now see once. Now we'll find the Z effective. Z star is equal to Z minus sigma. Z value how much? Z is nothing but atomic number. Lithium
3
atomic
minus
number.
0.7.
3 minus 0.70.
Sir, 2.3.
How much will come?
2.3.
2.3.
3.
This is the
This also has
effective
no-
nuclear charge. Effective nuclear charge on outermost electron. This much attraction force is decreased on this electron. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
This
this
much of-
also has no unit, sir.
This also?
Has no unit, sir.
This is also has no unit.
Yes,
For all, same as it is.
yes.
Okay, right. Find the screening effect for sodium. Sorry,
Sir,
effective
Na-
nuclear charge. Effective nuclear charge for sodium. I think so. Already we discussed about sodium sigma value. Screening effect. Yesterday we, day before
Sir,
yesterday we done that.
23 atomic number, sir.
Atomic number 23, sodium.
11.
Sir?
Screening effect
11, sir,
8.8.
it is.
Screening
Right,
effect
11.
8.8.
Okay.
Already we found
Sir,
sigma
11,
value.
Sir, 11, sir, mass number is 6, sir.
Okay. Already we found the sigma value. What is the sigma value for that?
8.8.
8.8. Very good.
8.80.
So
Sir,
now I am
11
not
minus 8,
calculating. Now I am not calculating screening effect. Already we know how to calculate. Now Z star, how much? Z minus sigma. Z is 11. 11 minus 8.8. How much will come?
Sir, 2
1
point,
point,
sir.
2
Sir,
point,
2.8. Sir, 2, sir. 2.2, sir.
2.2.
2.2.
Right.
2.2.
On the outermost electron, this much energy is decreased.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is how we are finding the Z effect values. Screening effect. Okay. Just copy this.
Sir, take screenshot, sir. After,
Sorry.
sir, after you will copy, sir. I took
After you will
screenshot,
copy.
sir.
What after?
Yes, sir. Sir, after class I will copy, sir. Took screenshot, sir.
Okay, okay. Those who are writing, just write it. Copy it. If you finish it, then give the intimation, then I will go through with remaining.
Sir,
Yeah. Or
for hydrogen also we can find affecting nuclear charge, sir.
no. You can't able to find. Why? Because hydrogen is having atomic number 1. So only 1s1. Around the nucleus, only 1 electron will be there. Hydrogen and helium, it is not possible. Screening effect, why we are finding? Because inner electrons, what are the inner electrons is there, that electrons can show the screening effect. But hydrogen, there is no inner electrons. Is it correct or not? In the hydrogen, there is no inner electrons. Then how you will find screening effect? Not possible. And similarly, helium also. On the day I said helium also, we can't able to find the screening effect because the 2 electrons will be there in same orbit. So you can't able to find screening effect for that also. Okay. That's why we are taking from lithium onwards. All the examples will be there after lithium only. Right.
Yes, sir.
Can I run? Now in the periods and groups, how it is varying. Generally, the screening Z effective value means effective nuclear charge will be varies in a period. It will increases from left to right. In a period, it is increasing from left to right. In groups, it will increases from top to bottom. Right? That in periods, the effective nuclear charge will increases from left to right. In groups, the effective nuclear charges in groups, the effective nuclear charge in groups, the effective nuclear charge remains just right constant, remains constant. It won't change that much. It will be nearly constant, remains constant. In groups, the effective nuclear charge will be remains constant. Okay, right. Up to now we discussed about screening effect and everything. Now we'll go through with one more. That is ionization potential. Second one, or I think third one or fourth one. Check once. Ionization potential. Ionization potential, or we are also calling like ionization energy. Ionization energy. Okay. Generally, we are representing like IE or IP. Whatever it is, both will be same. Ionization energy or ionization potential. Ionization energy or ionization potential. Right? See once. First of all, we have to go through with what is happening over there. So ionization is nothing but what we are doing, Nana. Ionization. We are making like a ions. Is it correct or not? We are making like a ions. Now see once, ionization energy is nothing but the amount of energy is required. The amount of energy is required. The amount of energy is required to remove an electron
from the valence shell
from the valence shell of an atom, to remove an electron from the outermost shell of neutral gaseous atom. Neutral gaseous atom. Somebody, they may raise the question, sir, why we took only a gaseous atom? Why we are taking only gaseous atom?
less mass of attraction, sir.
Right. See once, each and every atom in a gaseous state, each and every atom will be very far away. Is it correct? So we can how much energy we are giving to that, so that all the atoms can become as an ions very easily. But if you are considering a solid or a liquid, all the atoms are very close to each other. In a solid, all the atoms are very close to each other. So all and inner surfaces also will be there. Inner layers will be there, like this. See once. inner surfaces also will be there like this. So how much energy you are giving on it, only the outer layer can affect, inner layer cannot affect. So this is the main reason. That's why we are taking only a neutral gaseous atom. So generally, see once, if you are considering an atom like M atom is there, which is in a gaseous state. So the amount of energy is required to remove an electron. So we have to give some energy. That is, we are calling like IE1. So then what will happen? From this atom, some electrons will come out and it will become as ion. M plus 1 electron. An electron is gained. Now, the minimum amount of energy is required to remove an electron, one electron, from a neutral gaseous atom is called as first ionization energy. Now see once whether it is an exothermic or endothermic. Whether it is an exothermic or endothermic. Hello? Give some response. Whether it is an exothermic or endothermic.
Sir, 1 minute.
1 minute. You are finding somewhere. See over here. You are giving energy to the energy, right? The atom is absorbing energy or not?
Then
If anything is
Endothermic
absorbing
energy.
energy, then it is called as
Endothermic.
endothermic. Right. This is an endothermic reaction.
Sir, cool energy or heat energy, anything you would say endothermic.
Energy is nothing but here we can give light energy or heat energy or whatever it is. But it is absorbing energy and then it is losing the electron. Okay. So that's why we are calling this one as an endothermic reaction. Now, there is a second one also. The minimum amount of energy is required to remove an electron from unipositive ion. From unipositive means this one. Now I am considering this ion. From that I want to remove one more electron. So M plus, which is in a gaseous state. So I am using another time some energy and I am removing another electron. Now it will become as M plus 2. Is it correct or not? M2 plus. One more electron will come out. Is it correct or not? Hello? Now here what is the energy we used? That is we are calling as second ionization energy. To remove a second electron we used some energy, that is second ionization energy. Right? Now this second ionization energy also endothermic or exothermic?
Endothermic.
Endothermic, sir.
Endothermic only. Always it is gaining energy. Always it is gaining energy.
Sir, if it loses third electron, also endothermic, okay?
That is also endothermic only. Because whenever you are removing electron, you have to give some energy to that. Okay. Here you have to remember one point. Always the the second ionization energy is more than first ionization energy. Okay. Always the second ionization energy is more than first ionization energy. Second IE value is more than first IE value. Why it is like that? IE1 is less than IE2 is less than IE3 up to and so on. Why we wrote like that? Why we wrote like that? IE1 is more than less than IE2 is less than IE3. Can you give the justification for that? Why I said like that? Same thing. Whenever a set of coins is there in your hand, your brother took a coin, then automatically you will hold very tightly. When you hold tightly, if he want to remove one more electron, you have to give more energy or not? You have to use more energy or not? Hello? Right? So same thing here also. First electron you removed. Then what will happen? The nucleus will show more attraction forces on before electrons. Then the size will decreases. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So because of that, always the ionization energy values. The first ionization energy is less than the second ionization energy. and second ionization energy is less than the third ionization energy, and the third ionization energy is less than the fourth ionization energy, like that. So one by one, it will increases gradually. Why? Because you are removing electrons, nuclear power will increases, but number of electrons will decreases. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Right. Generally, these ionization energies mainly depends on what? What are the factors? On which factors it will depend, sir. So we'll go through with that. Just those who want, just copy that. Read fast. Or if it's finished, just intimate.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Now the factors, what are the factors will be influencing on ionization energy? We'll discuss that, and how it is varying in periods and groups also we will discuss.
Yes, sir.
Right. The ionization energy mainly depends on the size of the atom, atomic size, atomic radius. If the radius is more, then automatically you can remove the electron very easily. Is it correct or not? So it depends on the first one is atomic size. Atomic size. If size is increasing, then ionization energy will be decreases. Is it correct or not? Okay, see once. Atom is there which is having a small size, and an atom is there which is having a large size like this. Okay, from this we can remove the electron easily, or from this we can remove the electron very easily.
The first one.
First one or second one?
Sir, first.
Second one.
First one or second one?
Second.
Second one. Right. The answer is second one. Why? Because radius is more. So from the nucleus, the attraction force on the outermost electron is less. And the nucleus is there here, and the electron is present at some 1 kilometer distance or something. Can you able to remove the electron from 1 kilometer very easily or not? Because the nucleus will hold very less. Nucleus will show very less force. But if you are coming over here, the nucleus will show more influence on the electrons. It will attract too much. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. So as size is increasing, atomic size is increasing, then ionization potential values will be decreases. So we will discuss that one later. Next, it will depends on another thing also. Second one, that is nuclear charge. Nuclear charge. And third one. The first one is atomic size. Second one is nuclear charge. Third one is screening effect. Screening effect. Screening effect. And fourth one is the fourth one is electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. Based on these all the points, we are explaining the ionization potential. So see once how we are explaining. Okay, atomic size increases. Atomic size increases. Just I am writing in a shortcut way. You can able to remember very easily. Atomic size increases, then ionization potential decreases. Because size is more, you can able to remove the electron very easily. If size is less, you cannot remove the electron that much of easily. That is the first one. Next one, nuclear charge. Nuclear charge. If the nuclear charge is increasing, then ionization potential will be increases. Nuclear charge is increasing, then ionization potential will be increases. Already I said that the charge will be more, then you can't able to remove the electron. Is it correct? Nuclear charge is more, ionization potential will be more. Okay? Hello? Right, next one. Screening effect. Screening effect. Screening effect of orbitals. increases, ionization potential also will be increases. Screening effect of the orbitals, not increases, decrease. Okay. Screening effect of the orbitals will be increases, then ionization potential will be decreases. Screening effect means inner shells will bind very nuclear charge on the outermost electron more. Then can you able to remove the electron easily or not? For example, you are the I'm a nucleus and you are like a you are in a benches. Then if I want to hit a fourth row person, will it possible to hit from here? Not possible, no? He can able to escape very easily. Is it correct? Is it correct or not? So same thing over here. The screening effect of orbitals. See once, this is a nucleus. Around the nucleus, electrons is revolving. I want to remove the electron from outermost orbital. So inner electrons is more, then more screening effect will be there. Are you able to understand? Inner electrons is more screening effect will be there. Then I can remove the electron from outer orbital very easily. Naresh Krishna, are you able to understand? Concentration is not there here. I think you are observing something. Right? See one screening effect. More electrons is there, more screening effect will be there. From the nucleus only, no, the attraction forces will come. If more electrons is there, the attraction forces will be shared by these electrons more. Inner electrons more. The outer electron cannot feel too much of attraction. Then you can remove the electron very easily. That's why the screening effect of orbital is more, then ionization potential will be less. You can remove electron very easily. That is the main one. Generally, S orbital will show more screening effect than P, than D, and than F. S orbital will show more screening effect. Why? Because from the nucleus, the S orbital is very closer. Okay, that's why it will show more screening effect. Are you getting? Right, next one. 1s will show more screening effect. Right. Next one. Positive charge increases. Positive charge increases. Positive charge increases. Ionization potential increases. On cation, positive charge is increasing, then ionization potential will be increases. Already we discussed that. IE1 is less than IE2. IE2 is less than IE3. Their positive charge is increasing or not? To become as M plus, we are using IE1. To become as M plus 2, we have to use IE2. To become as M plus 3, it will be we have to use IE3. See once out of these three, which is having more charge? More ionization potential.
Ionization at 1, sir.
Which is having more ionization potential? IE1 or IE3?
I1.
One, sir. Sir, can you?
One.
I1.
I think so. You didn't understand this ionization potential. The amount of energy is required to remove an electron. Already we said we gave an order also.
Sir,
IE1 is less than IE2. Is less than IE3.
More, sir. Sir, because the positivity increases, sir.
Positivity is increasing. Same thing I am telling over here. Positive charge on ion increases. Positive charge increases on an atom. Then automatically ionization potential value will be increases. Are you getting? Anybody have any doubts regarding this? Check once. Yeah, Uday Sharan. Uday Sharan, you raised your hand. Ask your doubt. Uday Sharan. Sir, tell me, sir.
Sir, unfortunately, rest.
Okay. Let it be no problem. Okay. Are you able to understand positive charge and IP values? Are you able to understand the relation? These relations are very important. That's why we are discussing. Based on this only, they will answer the questions. Okay. Right. Next one. If negative charge is increasing, negative charge increases.
Sir, then it will decrease, sir.
Very good. Increases. Opposite only. IP values will be decreases. Negative charge means automatically what will happen? You are adding electron. You are adding electron, then size will increases. As size increases, you can able to,
Atomic size
atomic
increases, then IP decreases.
right. Okay, right. Now we'll go through with variation in periods and groups. After that, I will close this session. So those who want, just take a screenshot. I think you may able to understand what I discussed up to now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So anybody have any doubts?
Sir, these all are periodic.
Aarti,
Sir,
sorry.
sir, these all are periodic properties, sir.
These all are periodic properties only.
Yes,
This is regarding ionization energy. I am giving this is the properties regarding ionization energy. Okay.
sir, in groups and period also the ionization will energy.
I will tell that. Now I will tell that. Just take a screenshot or note it. After that, I will tell. Aarti, are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Right. What about Nitya? Nitya, are you there? Or playing with your brother or sister? Nitya, madam. Madam, are you there? Or seeing TV? Right. I'm rubbing this, and now we will discuss about how it is varying in periods and groups. Right. See once, in periods, the ionization energy value will be, IP value is increasing from left to right. Reason why it is?
Atomic number increases, sir.
Atomic number?
Atomic number increase.
Not only atomic number, size decreases and nuclear charge increases.
Sir, size increases,
Nuclear.
sir, from left to right.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
from
Size
left to
increases.
right, atomic size is decreasing in a period. So nuclear charge increases. This is the main reason. Okay. Atomic number is increasing. I am agreeing with that. As atomic number is increasing, what will increases? Mainly the size is decreasing and nuclear charge is increasing. That is the main reason. Okay. Right. In groups, from top to bottom, the IP value increases or decreases? Decreases. Why? What is the reason? Hello, what is the reason? Why it is decreases?
Size increases, sir.
Very good. Size is increasing.
Sir.
Atomic size is increasing. As atomic size is increasing, we can able to remove the electron very easily. Okay, so atomic size is
Sir,
increasing.
periods only I can't understand, sir. Sir, if
Wait, I will
atomic
tell
number
sir.
increases,
I'll tell sir. Right. See once in groups, the IP values will be decreases because the size increases. Size increases. See once somebody is raising a question like in periods I can't able to understand. See, whenever you are going from left to right, consider an example like lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. Okay. Now see, whenever you are moving from left to right, what is increasing generally? Atomic number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. What is the nuclear mass number, Nana? This is lithium is 7, beryllium is 8,
sir, mass number
boron
also
is 10, carbon is 12, nitrogen is 14, oxygen is 16, and fluorine is Sir, how much?
Sir, Sir, 19,
19.
sir. Neon 22.
And neon is 20. Now see once, number of neutrons is increasing or not? Neutrons and protons,
Yes, sir.
right? So neutrons is increasing as well as the nuclear charge also is increasing over here. As nuclear charge is increasing, attraction force on outermost electron will be very huge. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Here all of the electrons is entering into same shell. Check once. Lithium 1s2 2s1. This is 1s2 2s1. And beryllium 1s2 2s2. Is it correct? And boron 1s2 2s2 2p6. 2s2 sorry 2p1. Same shell, na? All the electron is entering into same shell. Check once from left to right. This is 2s2 2p2. This is 2s2 2p3. This is 2s2 2p4. This is 2s2 2p5.
P5,
And this is 2s2 2p6. Now check once. All the electrons is presented in that particular shell only. So all electrons will feel same attraction force. Is it correct? So as the attraction force is same and nuclear charge is more, here charge is more, attraction forces is same, then it will shrink. The size will shrink. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Right. Because of that, from
Yes,
left to right, the nuclear, whenever you are seeing that, the IP values will be increases in a period from left to right because size is decreasing as well as nuclear charge is increasing. Any doubt?
No, sir.
sir.
Right. And now take a screenshot. If you want, you can take this also. Otherwise, no need.
Taken, sir.
And remaining we will discuss in tomorrow's class. I think so you may able to understand. But one more thing, daily what are the things we are discussing? Daily you have to read once. Okay. Don't forget to read. Daily you have to read that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Because inorganic is nothing but like this only will be there. Means you have to remember how much you will read, that much you will remember.
Yes, sir.
And tomorrow I will ask the relations what I gave today. IP values is increasing in groups, periods,
Yes,
Y.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. That all things you have to read and you have to give some examples also. And I'll give some examples, you have to tell that. Okay. We'll close the session and we will meet in tomorrow's class.
Thank
Have a
you,
nice
sir.
day. Enjoy.
Thank
Bye
you,
everyone.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Thank
Bye
you,
everyone.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Welcome.
Bye.